What's going on YouTube? I'm Nick the Tutor, and I've helped thousands of students through the college process from the SAT, ACT, all the way to college essays and college applications. And in today's video, we're going to go over the 2025 Common Application essay prompts. We're going to go through each prompt. We're going to talk about what essays would be successful with that prompt. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my vote for the #1 prompt for you guys. So let's get into it. All right, so I want to get straight into the prompts. The prompts for this year, 2025, have not changed. So we have the same prompts as last year, but the process has changed so much. We want to look at this with a fresh eye, go through each prompt and figure out which one is the prompt for us. Before I get into the prompts, guys, I want to talk about one thing. My recommended course of action for any student writing their college essay is that they think about who they are as a person and what they want to tell the admissions committee before committing to a prompt. As you'll see by the end of this video, guys, you can fit any essay into a college application. We want to think about what we want to tell the person. Do we want to tell them something about our heritage? Do we want to tell them about an experience we had, something we did positively for someone else? We want to think about our content first before we look at the prompts. The prompts can be inspiring, they can be helpful if you're really struggling, you might want to look at them, but don't choose the prompt first and then write the essay second. Write the essay, think about what you want to write about, and then fit it into the prompt at the end. That's my advice. Now let's get into prompt 1. Prompt number 1 says, some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. So this prompt 1, guys, this is a great prompt for someone who has a personal identity that they want to share with the admissions committee. You feel really strongly about your heritage. You have a certain personality characteristic or certain personal characteristic that's really defining for you, and you want to tell them about that. This is a great prompt for that. They also mention talents. If you're just incredibly talented in some area, you might want to write about it. This is the prompt that you would fit that in. Now, I want to be careful for a second, and here's a quick tip from Nick the Tutor. Don't write your college essay about things that are heavily touched on in the rest of your application. So if you spent a lot of your extracurricular activity doing sports and you're really great at soccer, but you're not being recruited for soccer, you don't want to then write your essay about your soccer talent, because that's just redundant of what they've already seen in your application. So we want to make sure we're giving them new content, new information, maybe a hidden talent that no one knows about. You know, you're really great at origami or something like that. Like whatever the case may be, if you have a hidden talent, you have a certain personality characteristic, you're part of a certain community that you want to tell them about, this is the prompt for you. So I can see a lot of good essays coming for this prompt. I really like this prompt for the right person. So if you feel like this prompt is for you, I would definitely pick it. Now let's get into prompt 2. All right, prompt number 2. The lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be fundamental to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, or failure. How did it affect you, and what did you learn from that experience? So let's talk about this prompt. I think this is a great prompt for people that have faced a challenge in life that they want to talk about, how they overcame it. Now, if you're writing that kind of essay about a challenge or about an obstacle that you overcame, you want to make sure that you keep the obstacle challenge part, the shorter part of the essay, and spend more of the essay talking about your growth and how you became better because of this, how you improved. You want to make sure to keep the tone positive. I feel like this prompt is not necessarily my favorite because I think it leads you towards spending a lot of the essay talking about something negative that impacted you or something that went wrong, and then it doesn't leave you enough room to talk about the positive. If you can flip that organization, you can really spend most of the essay talking about something positive. I think that would be extremely powerful essay, but you just have to be careful that you don't get a negative tone where you're spending the first 3 paragraphs of your essay talking about a failure or about something bad that happened to you. I think for the right person, this is a good prompt, but I would say this is definitely lower on my list of the prompts that I really like students to write about. So let's get into prompt 3. Reflect on a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking? What was the outcome? So this is a great prompt for a student who feels really strongly about a social issue. If you want to go down that route, I think this is a great prompt for you. Once again, that has to be specific to you. I don't think you can force yourself into this prompt. If you are really that passionate about something that you want to talk about it in this way, then I think this is a perfect prompt for you. I think that you have to be careful though, right? Because talking about anything that's very sensitive like politics or sensitive issues, you don't know who's reading your application, you don't know how they feel about it, so you have to be careful if you're using this prompt that you're not offending anybody or anything like that. I think once again, this prompt for the right person with the right essay could be an amazing prompt. It can be very powerful. I don't think that I would go down this prompt for most people. I think it's very specific. You know what you want to write about. It fits in this prompt, then go for it. Otherwise, I would not do it. And this is exactly why, going back to my earlier point, guys, this is why I don't like students picking the prompt first and then forcing them into it. If you felt so passionate about some social issue that you wanted to write this prompt, it's perfect for you. So that's using the issue first, the content first, and then fitting it into the prompt. So don't jam yourself into this prompt because you think it's what a college wants to hear. It's a good prompt, it's not a great prompt. I would put it on the bottom of my list, probably somewhere in the bottom, but if it works for you, then it's gonna be amazing. So if you do like this prompt, go for it. All right, guys, prompt number 4, reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. How has this gratitude affected or motivated you? All right, guys, I do like this prompt. I think this could be a good uplifting prompt. Now, one of the things you'll see that I always focus on is positivity. You don't want to bring negativity into your college essay, right? You want it to be positive, uplifting, and really tell them something about yourself. I like this prompt. The one thing I don't like about this prompt is that you have to reference someone else, right? Now, at the same time, that's not a problem. Of course, if you can keep the part about the someone else to a minimum and just say, okay, they did this for me, they said this to me, this affected me in this way, and then you could talk mostly about yourself at the end, then it's gonna be fine. So I do like this prompt. I feel like it leans in the positive. Someone did something good for you, right? Let's talk about that. That's amazing. Like, how are you gonna do something good for someone else? We want to keep that positive tone, so I think this prompt strikes that. So this is a good prompt. I think it fits a lot of interesting essays where you can talk about altruism, which is a great thing to talk about on a college application essay. So I do like this prompt. If you feel like you want to go down that route, this can be a really good prompt for you. All right, let's get into prompt 5. Discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself or others. This is one of my favorite prompts, guys. I really like personal growth. I think colleges are looking for people that are mature and ready for college. They know what they want. They have a path carved out for themselves. Now, look, I didn't have a path carved out for myself when I was 16, 17 years old. So if you don't, that's totally fine. But for someone who does know what they want to study, they do know where they want to be, they feel strongly about certain issues, and they really feel like they can help others and uplift others, I think this is a good prompt to do something like that. I love the idea of accomplishments. I love the idea of personal growth, becoming a better person, becoming more mature, becoming more organized, becoming better in school, becoming a better human. I think there's a lot of really positive things you can do with this prompt. This is one of my favorite prompts by far, guys, and I think if you want that uplifting essay about personal growth where you're really rounding out into college, say you had a little bit of trouble in high school, say you have a few bad grades in there or not the greatest test score, but you found growth in other areas, right? You feel like you're a really good person, you're a good team member, a good community member. I think this is a great prompt to really balance some of those mistakes that you made out. And I think everybody might have one or two of those, and this is a great prompt to show that you're a mature, uplifting, positive person that really has grown over the course of high school and will continue to grow in college. I think it's a great message to send. I love this prompt. Definitely check it out. All right, let's get into prompt 6. Describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose all track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? I think this is also a very good prompt, guys. I think if you want to write your essay about an academic interest or some core interest that you have where you really want to learn, just dive into this subject, I think this is a great prompt. I think you could really talk about a deep love for learning and knowledge. If you want to go down that slightly educational route for your college application essay, you feel like that's going to benefit you, maybe you're applying for engineering or a very specific major, I think you could fit something really cool into this prompt that talks about your passions, your interests, things you love to do, love to learn about. That's a great message sent to a college. You're ready to learn, you're ready to take on challenging material, and you're really ready to do what you need to do when you get to college. So I do like this prompt. I think that it's good. I want to go back and say I don't dislike any of these prompts. I think a few of them are more niche and some of them are more, widely usable for most students. I think this is one that anybody could use. You could talk about your greatest interests, but I do like this prompt. I think it lends towards the positive, and you should definitely check it out. All right, let's get into prompt number 7, guys. Share an essay on any topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. So basically at the end, guys, here we have the catch-all prompt. A lot of people say you shouldn't do this one. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that at all. I think, like I said earlier, we want the essay to be entertaining. We want it to be fun. We want it to be uplifting. If it needs to be serious, if that's what your essay is going to be about, then also it can be serious. But I think a lot of the best essays, if you review really great college essays, they're creative, they're fun, and they talk about specific, interesting things that teens do and go through that people want to hear, that makes it sound very realistic, and it gives a great connection to the reader. I'll give you one perfect example. On the Johns Hopkins Essays That Worked website, which we'll link below, this is a great website. It basically gives some of the top essays that they've read every year. They're all very unique. They're all very different, right? One of them that they put up recently was about the student's Spotify playlist and how the songs give the student nostalgia, remember specific moments, and then going to college, they'll have new songs, so on and so forth. I thought that was a creative one. I'm sure probably people are copying that now. Maybe it's not that creative, but I think that prompt really shows what a teen would actually write about if you ask them, right? They're not putting on a show because it's a college application and talking about something they don't really care about. That's what they wanted to write. That tells the college about their personality, tells them they value community, togetherness, time spent with other people. That's what a lot of this is about. Now, yes, there's a lot of different routes you can go with a college application essay. That's only one of them. But if you're going to go that creative and fun route, I think that's the kind of essay that I would love to see. I think a lot of people would love to see. So this prompt allows you to basically do whatever you want. So if you have something wildly creative, you have something really fun, this is where a lot of times you can do that. And that's why this is an exciting prompt for me. Guys, if you like the content of this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's how I continue to make this content for you guys. I'm going to drop more videos on college application essays as we get closer to that submit deadline. So take a look out for that and make sure to tell a friend that Nick the Tutor is here for you guys and is helping you with the college process. But let's get into what I promised you guys, which is my last point. What prompt do I like the best? What would I pick? Now, you guys can probably already tell a little bit from this video. I love creative, positive, uplifting essays that are from a teen voice. So my favorite prompt is the last prompt, is the open-ended prompt that just lends itself to massive creativity. You can do whatever you want with that prompt. So that's going to be my personal favorite. I think if I had to pick other two prompts, I would really like prompt 5, personal growth prompt, and I also really like prompt 6 if you're going down more of an educational formal essay. I think that's a really good one. I'm not a huge fan of the prompts that take you towards something negative or towards other people. I also think for the right person, prompt number 1 can be very powerful if you want to tell that personal story. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what prompt you pick. Really is irrelevant. What matters is the content of your essay is good, the writing is good, but realistically, you want to make sure to tell them about yourself. Open up for a second, look around your room, look at your life and say, what matters to me? What do I love to do? And how can I express that to others, as long as, of course, it's appropriate? And how can I tell them who I really am? Let them see my personality. They can't read personality from GPA, from test scores, or really from college applications very well. They can read personality and who you are as a person for your college application essay. Once again, guys, thanks for watching this video. You made it to the end. You are a true college application essay prompt expert. If you need any help with your college application, check the links below. I'll link all of our college application essay services. If any of you want me to read your essay, I will read it for free. I don't care, as long as this doesn't blow up and turn into thousands and thousands of people. Hopefully it does. We'll see what happens then. But at the same time, you want to send me your essay, I'll check it out. I'll tell you what I think. I always love to do that, help people out. So definitely shoot that over to me. We'll put a link below where you can send me your college application essay. But at the same time, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.